Welcome back. Start again with my little song. As above, so below, as within, so without. I only want to hold you in my heart. I only want to hold you in my heart. Today I want to talk about, maybe do progressive relaxation exercise or something, because I need it. Maybe I'll talk a little bit about rage. Sometimes I get really angry. And when I do, I can feel my entire self start to tighten. It's like a darkness. I didn't used to be like that. And likely that was because I was doing a fair amount of bottling up and avoiding. But when you take avoidance away, sometimes, it's called fight or flight, right? If you can't flee or freeze, neither of those work, then you get into more fighty territory. But so I want to do a little breathing, little relaxation exercise. Help calm me down. I also got my tea today. Oh, hold on. Got some tea. Okay, so if I were to do a relaxation exercise, what would that look like? Well, we're going to start by just taking a few centering breaths. Just about 3. So with the first breath, and with that breath, maybe start at your toes. Feel them relax. Move up to your ankles. Take another relaxing breath. And as you take that inhale and you start to exhale, imagine your shins relaxing up to your thighs, to your pelvis, up your back, to your upper back, to the base of your neck. Take another breath. Feel the relaxation radiating out into your arms, up the back of your head, to the crown of your head. take one more deep, calming breath. Okay. So that was pretty good. Maybe we can do a couple just paying attention to your breath. When I do my own little meditations, I kind of just allow my mind to go wherever it's going, and I just sort of pay attention to the fact that it's going someplace new. I don't try to be too perfect. I've tried to be really perfect before. I've tried to hold on. Oh. I've tried to um have a stringent meditation practice, a strict schedule, and often it just doesn't end up working out. So my meditation kind of looks like this. I can let you in. I can give you a window into how I meditate. So I start with a little bit of breathing, right? Sort of that progressive relaxation is a good example. I just sort of note my breath. So what is that like? What is it like when I breathe? It's like I notice the sensation around my nostril as I breathe in. What is it like to feel my lungs expand? And for example, right now I'm noticing what it's like to talk, and I'm watching as my breath slowly is exhaling as I'm communicating words. I can feel the rhythm that my diaphragm is pressing as I let the exhale out. And I take a breath in. I notice a flash in my mind. It's not really any particular thing, it's just sort of a couple flashes, almost images, but not quite. And I'm noticing myself talking right now, and I'm not getting self-conscious, but what the experience is like is kind of like, I'm like watching myself talk as I'm communicating myself talk. So I'm both it's kind of like going on automatic pilot and watching myself go on automatic pilot. I noticed just now an anxiety about feeling feeling self-conscious about what this might look like when I put it out on video. And then I noticed a memory like, actually, I had just lost the train of thought, and I was telling you that I was getting self-conscious, but I'm not 100% sure because I kind of lost the thread. So I knew I had to say something. Now there's a little bit of an itch on my chin, noting that. And as you can see, this is kind of a rapid process. I'm noticing myself saying, as you can see, that this is a rapid process. It's probably irritating to listen to. See, now that came out of an insecurity. So I'm noting an insecurity that I have about my audience, who is wondering about, my non-existent audience, if I'm being honest. And what was that? My non-existent audience. It's like self-consciousness about the fact that I'm starting this channel off by, like, yeah, of course the channel's not going to have an audience because I just started it, right? So now I'm noticing myself, giving myself some reassurance, and coming back to a calming, cathartic breath. Noticing that I'm pissed off about the fact that they just installed lights outside of my building, and the lights are like, that very soothing feeling of when you're driving and someone has their high beams on as they're driving towards you. Now imagine that same soothing feeling, and imagine someone made a street lamp out of it, and they installed it outside of your building. And multiple, actually, like 4 of them, 4 high beam lamps like tall street lamps, but they're like car high beams. It's very relaxing, gotta say. That's not the only reason I'm angry today. I'm noticing myself want to downplay my frustration. I want to say something like, in the grand scheme of things, does it matter? It doesn't. But also, it matters to me. It's annoying. It's annoying to look at bright, shiny lights. Destroys the ability to see the stars. And, yeah, it's frustrating. I can feel, as I feel that frustration, I can feel it. I feel it in my back and in my chest. I'm just like, I'm way angrier about it than maybe a healthy person would be. So that's kind of like a noting practice meditation, right? So you just sort of examine whatever it is your mind is doing. You don't try too hard to be perfect. You don't try to be calm and relaxed. I mean, you can be if you want. And then you just sort of look at that and you note the fact that you're trying to be calm and relaxed. And you just sort of, you pay attention. One thing you can do is you can pay attention to your feelings and motivations. And this is one that I want to do more often. So, feelings and motivation. So you take a breath. What am I feeling right now? I'm angry. That's one thing I'm feeling, right? I'm a little tired, about 10% tired. I'm noting I'm swaying, so I'm also feeling soothing and also soothed. I'm trying to soothe myself, trying to rock out the anger, right? There's a part of me that just really wants to cry. All of this tension, this anger, I want to just be able to let it go and just let the emotions happen, And we take a couple of soothing breaths. As I take those soothing breaths, I can sort of feel my nervous system start to relax. Like I was carrying all this tension, like little tiny needles. Like if someone had little tiny needles just barely, if touching you, but whenever you breathe, you kind of like touch them and you're like, oh, don't want to get pricked by the needle. So you kind of like try to not touch the needle with your skin, even though it feels like it's almost touching you, right? It's like a feeling like that. So that's probably where I'm going to leave it. We did a progressive relaxation exercise, starting from the toes and moving to the head. We did a little bit of a noting technique. Noting meditation is like, you just pay attention to whatever it is your mind is doing. Doesn't stress you out as much. Doesn't, you're not trying to like stop your thoughts. You're just trying to pay attention to what your thoughts are doing or what your feelings are doing and just go with it. So with that, do my little outro song. If I could see your shadow, if I could see your shadow, if I could see your shadow, what would I see? Thank you. I hope you have a good night, or day, or whatever. Take care.